How we doing, guys? Nice to see you out there. What's going on? Hey, Bubba. Hey, Michael. How we doing? Nice to see a few people popping in there early. Thank you so much. If you're over on Twitter, thank you for popping in over there also. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just thought I'd do a little bit of a quick news show here. See what I found out last night. As I didn't even bookmark anything this morning yet, so maybe we'll see if any new news is happening in this morning here. But hopefully you guys are having a good day. Let's play some music here while we do this. Like that. I'm digging that. I'm digging that. Hey, oh, what's going? Oh, did you guys answer? Guys, like those questions? You guys probably didn't already answer them yet, there. But your favorite breakfast thing or something like that. Any thoughts on that one there? The egg, bacon, toast is kind of the classic breakfast. So far as winning. Fast and simple. Cereal basically is what that means. With there might be some other fast and simple things like just toast or something. There you go. All right. I got more people there tonight. Gosh, how are we doing? Nice to see you. What's your favorite kind of cereal there, Grandma? You probably do the fancy kind of cereals for everybody, huh? I'm guessing you do the egg, bacon, toast, hash browns, bacon, sausage. What else could you have for cereal on the side? The whole 20-ounce orange juice or something. Anyway, let's go into some of this. What's going on here? Hit the right button here once in a while. Like that. Hello. Bookmarks. Did I hit the bookmarks? Yes, I did hit bookmarks. I just saw this one this morning that Black Rebel posted here out of Montana somewhere, or nothing.
It's indigenous land! Get off indigenous land! I would be so noble to die at the hands of a fascist.
So you want a fascist to kill you?
Yeah, this is old stuff that Black Rebel did. I'm not sure when this was exactly, but some time ago or something like that. Indigenous land might be Montana or San Antonio. I don't know. I
would rather not, but if it goes that way, it goes that way. I think I have to do as much as I can to defeat this fascism. Death to America!
Why do you want death to America?
Because the state has to be dismantled so we can take care of people in a humane kind of way.
No government, but you want to take care of people in a humane way without facilities that do it. It's interesting.
So you want death?
Death to America! Death to America!
Take your ass to fucking China then.
This guy here is a good guy too. He's from Oregon also. That's why I'm wondering if this was in Oregon. Well, back in the day, maybe before me. Pre-2020. I see the 2020 hat there.
Why are you here if this country sucks so much? Get out. Get the fuck out. I bet you would. Please, I'll help you. One-way ticket the fuck out of here.
Where do you want to go, Africa?
Where the fuck do you want to go?
You want to go to Africa?
I will take it and I will use it.
Hey, you want to go to Namibia?
What's your name? We'll buy you a ticket. What's your name?
That's Namibia, but whatever.
I said Namibia, you
Just
stupid
get
fuck.
me
You look at a map.
What's your name so we can get you a ticket?
China?
You can get me a ticket without my name.
Shut the fuck up.
Can you do this?
See, they're never hey, look. They're never serious about leaving. They're never serious about leaving. America's the worst. I'll buy you a ticket. Oh, well, no. Fuck that.
They have no money.
Exactly. Fall Black Rebel. He's got a lot of great content like that out there. There's one of the debates the other day that Eleazar Perez was doing out at Western Oregon University. Future of America is what he calls this one here. Check this out.
It's irrelevant when we're talking about this freedom one.
Oh, we're talking about freedom. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry.
Do you not know what we're talking about?
It's called freedom.
Huh?
Abortion is right.
Abortion is right?
Yeah, it's
what makes it right?
Because if you were raped,
but most women aren't raped.
Actually, there's a lot of women out there that are raped.
Most women aren't. For abortion.
You can't generalize.
We speak in generality.
I mean,
Generality?
more women are raped every single day.
He's got that 360 camera just in case he gets attacked or something like that. He's got proof of who attacked him.
What's morally wrong with that?
What, getting raped?
What's morally wrong with getting raped? I know why, but why do you think it's wrong?
It's inhumane.
What do you mean? That's begging the question.
Getting raped is inhumane. Getting raped is against.
Like what can you describe it? Like what about rape itself is bad? Like the action, like what are they doing?
They don't have consent. Like it's not physically or verbal consent.
You say it's like one human putting themselves onto another human without consent.
Yes.
Isn't that what abortion is?
No.
They don't even process what he just said. We can process one human putting their feelings above another human, but they can't sort of understand that it's human, you know.
What's an abortion?
An abortion is getting rid of something that you don't need or want.
I know. So if I don't want,
right now.
if I don't want a 2-year-old, should I be able to kill my son?
No,
Why not?
because he's born. An abortion is getting rid of something that's not born yet.
So because it's in a different environment, we can kill it.
It's not the
Okay, because a chicken egg is half fertilized, you know, not fully fertilized. We can get rid of it, you know, it's okay, right? Throw it against the wall. That chicken egg that's, you know, it's not born yet, you know, it's not hatched yet, so they don't process.
It's not the environment.
What is it? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't think.
I don't think exactly. Thank you for admitting it. Exclusive. The moments a man from Vietnam convicted of rape and kidnapping here in the U.S. was arrested. Something, New Orleans.
Not like that. Well, I'm sorry. You know, I never meant to do it. You know, it was never planned that way. It was just, I mean, as bad as it looked, it was never planned that way. You know, it just somehow turned out like that. You know, I'm sorry for all that I've done. I made a mistake. Not only me, my family, you know. And all this time, let my wife live in fear, you know.
But you did just admit that you violated your immigration terms, right?
No, ma'am, I did not.
You did not when you were convicted for a crime?
Yeah, okay. Now, I for a crime, yes, I did.
Okay.
I'd be grateful to go to Vietnam, even though I don't know nothing. I came over here when I was so young, you know.
So you'd be willing to go to Vietnam if they deported you to Vietnam? Okay.
If y'all can give me the paper, I'll fly over there myself. Yeah. I don't need y'all to come, you know, buy me a ticket. I'm sorry, you know, I never meant to do it, you know. It was
Never meant to hurt anyone. I'm not sure what he said there at the beginning there. I'm not sure what other crime he committed. Bad boys. What's the point? If Amazon leaves, Social Representative Sean Scott says it could be replaced by a collective of workers. These are the people in Seattle puts in government. A collective of workers could replace the Amazon facilities. What the
jobs they didn't need.
So do you understand that there is a likelihood that businesses could decide, Microsoft just said they would, to move jobs out of the state? And are you concerned about that?
Right. So we have a situation with many major corporations, in particular Amazon and Microsoft, which I think one of which you had mentioned, have already been shedding jobs. They didn't need tax policy to be an impetus to invest in artificial intelligence. And the goal of that technology is to divest from human labor. We have seen many times in the state legislature the threat of jobs being relocated hung over the head of state lawmakers. Most famously, perhaps, in the example of Boeing, where they shook the state legislature down for the single largest corporate welfare package that was granted by a state government in the history of the republic. And then they moved the jobs anyway. I am much more concerned about working people who are going to be displaced, working people who might move from Washington because they can't afford childcare, because they can't afford the cost of medicine, because this is not a good place to try to start or raise a family or go to school. The perspective.
He's more worried about people in Washington moving because of bad policies that he's creating than he is about businesses moving their operations and their ability to employ people somewhere else. Make it make sense.
That you are speaking from, frankly, is very well represented in the state legislature by the major corporations that have spent millions over the years lobbying the state legislature, and they expect a return on investment. Those aren't the entities that I center in my policymaking. I believe that they're spoken for enough in Olympia.
Would you like them to leave, Representative Scott? Do you think that Amazon and Microsoft are a net good for our state?
Say more about that. When you say net good, what do you mean?
Do you think they
They contribute more than they take away. Pretty basic.
Contribute and add more value to our state than they detract?
I think that workers, were they to collectivize, could come up with something like Amazon on their own, but that Amazon has a very difficult time.
They sort of do. It's called Bi-Mart. It's in Washington as well as Oregon and other states out there, but it's nowhere near as big as Amazon. Okay, you understand? It's a workers-owned company, basically, but they don't have the size of Amazon.
Providing the value that you would like to see in reverse. In other words, I think that working people getting together, forming unions, coming out and lobbying for policies such as this could create something that resembled an Amazon corporation without that added layer of exploitation. But I don't know that Amazon's leadership, such as it is, would be able.
Look at this guy's shirt up here. Progressively tax me, mommy. What the heck?
To do something like that on its own. So I'm much more concerned with the social good of people that are in Washington state that want to be here, that believe in Washington state enough to fight for well-funded public programs. And they can speak for themselves through other channels if they would like to.
That's good to hear, Michael. Good to hear. Glad these people are getting better out there. And I also heard that the guy that was pew-pewed in D.C., the National Guards guy, is starting to get better and everything. Blood clots are going away. Eyes are opening, things like that. So that's good to hear. Brandy Cruz is a good place to get some news in the Northwest also. Here, a little bit of nature here for you. Just like Democrats, being very annoying donkeys. Just like Democrats, always begging for attention.
Which is, that guy's black and he's not constructing a gallows to hang Mike Pence in favor of Donald Trump. We're not going to just skip over that.
Yeah, we'll skip over the fact that the guy that sort of did those gallows things never served time. FBI never went to his house. I wonder why. And why do you guys keep bringing it up? Sounds like somebody created a narrative.
Fact, right? They're not going to, pardon him. He's not part of the storming the Capitol in favor of Donald Trump. So not going to look over the obvious, which is that guy's black and he's not constructing a gallows to hang Mike Pence in favor of Donald Trump. We're not going to just skip over that fact, right?
Oh, ridiculous. And I'd be curious, or I never looked into it. I'm sure there's minorities that went into the Capitol, but do you think the Biden FBI went after the black guys that went into the Capitol, or just the white guys? Just curious. They don't like that narrative. Oh, black people storm the Capitol. Crazy people. Hear more fun stuff. Sound pretty dear. Hey, Rudolph, how you doing? Wait, you don't have a red nose. What are you doing? You're rushed there. Good for you. Good for you. Good deer. Good deer. Nice deer. You're spotted deer too. Anyway, fun stuff there. Oh, more music. Whoa. That's a big elephant. Chasing away the tigers there. Ooh, hey, that's what scared you guys. Okay. Horsey. Nobody's gonna ride me today. What's in? You think so? Come back, come back. Anyway, fun stuff. Okay, it's enough silly stuff. Let's get back to the news here. State of Washington here, downtown Seattle the other day. A lot of homeless in Seattle too. Hallucinogens, you think, guys? Probably. A simple mental illness.
Actually, come here like you're Diane Sawyer. I'm sure you know who she is.
Oh, same guy? Oh, back in the Chaz Chop times?
Really, though. Diane Sawyer would never approach an interview like this.
It's actually a really impressive speaker system. I gotta get one of those.
Remember back Chaz Chop? This was what it was like Cal Anderson Park back then.
Questions? You're gonna look for the guy because I can really just stay and answer them. You don't think verbal autism would be able to think on your feet quick enough to answer a question without looking stupid?
You just said looking stupid to Cho. Same guy. Oh, wow. Crazy people. Mr. Bill's Curves. Exactly. Yeah, it's like the name of the title. I don't know if I need to change it up or something like that, but it got a little bit of attention anyway. Mr. Bill's Curb Stream. Doesn't necessarily say it's a news show or anything like that, but, it's put a date on it. Just lets you know it's Mr. Bill's show, whatever he decides to do. I guess after I put the title there, I could put a subtitle or put something in the description saying whether I'm doing the news or doing a reaction video or something like that. So maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe some people title or give it a number. Mr. Bill's Curb Show number 2, number 3, like Dan Bongino used to do. He got quite a few shows. Anyway, what was this about?
Because of overdoses. I live in a political world, and a lot of folks, if you just tell them, the president is killing narco terrorists in the Caribbean, reasonably enough, they'll say, a lot of Americans die because of overdoses. And, they might say, okay, I'm supportive of that, right? But what you need to do is you need to see 2 terrified men clinging to the wreckage of a ship. And these men are not, this is not Pablo Escobar out there on a boat. These are guys that probably didn't have a lot of economic opportunity, made a terrible decision to participate in the drug trade. And, I live in.
They know they're considered a cartel. They know that their life is kind of next to worthless as far as Trump is concerned. They know the kind of power Trump has. They know what they're doing. You idiot. Morons. I want to go back to see this giraffe thing here. Giraffe. Whistling noise. I don't hear there for a second there was a whistling noise. Some other video. Baby giraffe.
Hello. 哎呦，跑了。
Oh, happy giraffe. Ooh. Is that fast forwarded? Nice giraffe. Ooh, surely giraffe. Give me candy. Hey. Nice giraffe. Okay. There's your happy video of the day. Tom Holman here. This might not be a happy video here.
Let me tell you why, for those naysayers. Let me tell you why. Because as of today, we have the most secure border in the history of this nation. Now, I leave up in pieces on me, because I get fired.
That's way too loud.
Hit pieces, just pours gas in my fire. Because here's the fact. You want to compare the Trump administration to the Biden administration. I hear you guys are racist, you're inhumane, your policies are terrible. Okay, let's compare the policies. During the Biden administration, 10.5 million people came to our border. Most of them were released in the United States. He overwhelmed the Border Patrol. When you tell the whole world it's okay to enter a country legally, it's a crime, but don't worry about it. Make a false claim to asylum, don't show up in court, don't worry about it, no one's looking for it. Joe Biden's administration says if you're in the country legally, no one's looking for you unless you get convicted of a serious crime. Well, that's too late. Get convicted of a serious crime. So what happened when you invite the whole world across the border that overwhelmed the Border Patrol? Where on an average day, 70% of agents were pulled off the line to deal with the humanitarian crisis, which are required to do. Now these people are sick when they get here, and they got to deal with processing, transportation.
Yeah, I think 70% of the entire Border Patrol, 70% of that area had to go to take care of that situation. While what happens when you leave your post? Bad guys get through.
70% of agents pulled off the line because President Biden opened the border. Not by accident, not by mismanagement, not by ignorance, by design. When you overwhelm the Border Patrol that much, what happens? When 70% of agents off the line, what happens? 250,000 Americans died from fentanyl coming across an open border because there wasn't enough law enforcement there to stop it. Sex trafficking of women and children, all-time high. Number of migrants that died, over 4,000, a record.
Ridiculous.
Forced to come to you and they won't. It works every time. Thanks, Haribo. No more. These are mine. You're trying to get a horse to come to you and they won't.
Haribo. It's like it's Haribo candies. I've never had them. It's maybe like those Haribo candies or something. Is that like a Mexican candy or something? Polina Luna.
Oh, actually, next.
Actually, we'll play that one later. In case they need to go to the restroom. It's 3 minutes. It'll take time. Might fast forward through this.
Settled a long-standing antitrust case after allegations of using restrictive contracts, keeping fighters' pay at roughly 15 to 20% of revenue, as Mr. English was kind of alluding to. What minimum share of event revenues can you commit today that boxers could receive under SUFA boxing league?
Yeah, first let me just address, sort of the lawsuit, which is part of your question. We did settle the lawsuit. It was 10 years of litigation. We made a business decision to settle it. But I want to be clear, there was no finding of any liability or anything along those lines. As far as committing to any percentage today, obviously can't do that.
What's this even about? I don't know. Ask Lawrence Epstein what minimum share of event revenue can he commit today that the boxers could receive under Zuffa. I don't care about. I thought it was more crazy stuff. I care about it, but not that much.
Taxpayer-funded Medicaid in this country. That's what the memes are about. That's what the fight is about. Democrats want to make it about this subsidy issue. They don't run out to the end of the year, by the way. But the real thing is they filed legislation to repeal what the Republicans did this summer. And so these two issues have been conflated. But the fact is they don't just want the subsidies. They want other things. And the president is drawing attention to it, I think, in a pretty clever way. We just had a national emergency about telling jokes. I don't know why people
still
can't take
not
a
going
joke.
to illegal immigrants, Scott.
It is.
and
It
you
really
know
does.
It's not.
It really does.
So
It does in
it's
several
not,
blue states.
Scott, no, it's not.
It really does.
Listen, the part of the bill that deals with the money that goes to states, it doesn't say anything about their immigration policy. So
Which means, guess what? The states can give it to whoever they want to. You stupid person. You just admitted you're wrong.
state or blue state, those states are getting less money from the federal government. That still has to be dealt with. And that has nothing to do with immigration. And again, Medicaid does not go to undocumented immigrants.
Yes. When it goes to states that are not given any restrictions on where that money's supposed to go, legal citizens, then yes, guess where it can go? Undocumented citizens, if the state wants it to go there. And when certain states like California care more about their undocumented citizens, illegal immigrants, that's where it ends up going to them rather than veterans and such.
SNAP does not go to undocumented immigrants. CHIP does not go to undocumented immigrants.
It absolutely
I don't know. I mean, Scott, prove me wrong.
How many blue states?
Show me the law.
How many?
Listen, you just asked him a question. Usually after you ask a question and he's about to give you an answer, you don't interrupt him. Okay, that's just kind of normal journalist behavior.
Show me,
Mike Johnson showed it.
Scott, show me the U.S.
in a gigantic poster on
Show
Friday.
me the U.S. code where it says.
It's not about the U.S. code. You asked, does the money go to illegal immigrants? You didn't say, is there a law that stops it from going there? He's telling you how it gets there. Listen.
That they're allowed to get Medicaid funding.
I will
Where is
put it out on social media.
It
after
doesn't.
the show,
It doesn't
and I will
exist.
be right, and you
In
will be
fact, the
wrong.
law says
And I will be
exactly
right.
the opposite. So
They're trying to repeal what the Republicans
but Scott,
did this summer.
Scott, that is a lie. Okay.
It is not.
Now you might want to dispute whether or not states should get reimbursed from the federal or should get federal dollars for Medicaid at the levels that they got it before. That's a different issue, but that's not an issue that's actually tied to immigration, and you know it.
Well,
But go ahead. Dan.
Okay, I'm actually gonna Scott Jennings on that one there. Let's see.
I'm
gonna just look it up real quick here for Scott Jennings here. If he reposted it after that show there. Isn't that his name? Yeah, Scott Jennings. There it is. Radio show. Come on, Scott. Radio show. But in California, covering healthcare benefits for illegal immigrants is literally required by law. And in 2024, $98 billion out of it, $161 billion in Medi-Cal funding came from the federal government. Yes, this is happening. Thank you. Proven wrong again, Democrats. Pretty simple in that case. Back to bookmarks. What happened here? Yesterday, I think, yes. The greatest Secretary of State in modern history, Marco Rubio, just arrived for President Trump's peace ceremony between Congo and Rwanda. Who cares? I mean, it's important, but he just sat down. Not a big deal.
Super involved, unfortunately, because you announced a retirement.
Yeah, I'm going to retire. I'm
Troy Niels, I think.
going to retire. Listen, I've been up here. I'm going to.
Supposedly his brother's going to take his place, kind of thing, or something.
Approached 6 years now, but I still got a lot of work to do. I have a beautiful bride. She's sitting over here. I have a 13-year-old, so I want to spend more time at home with my family. But I was just explaining to you all these things up here, and it is that sometimes I get headaches. But what I have is I have the ability to go home and put my head on a beautiful pillow, right? Michael does pillow. And when I put my head on that pillow, I just sleep like a little baby. And my wife says, baby, you sleep so sound because I got the pillow. I got to get the sheets. I have to get it all. But Mike, I tell you something, the network.
Free advertising.
What you guys are doing to try to actually talk about truth. Yes. Because the fake media, the dishonest media, you don't hear any truth anymore. And I think the American people recognize it because the American people can't trust news sources anymore, even the big ones, the legacies, because they're so.
I don't think he cares about his pension, his government pension, or anything like that. He just wants to go home and relax.
So biased, and it's just I thank Michael and Del, thank you, and thank this network for putting people out there talking about truth. But I just love your pillows, Mike. I do. I think you're fantastic. You're great. You're right on the election. You were right on all along. You're right. We just have to keep President Trump healthy, and make sure that we win these midterms. Without the midterms, it's trouble. It's going to be very, very difficult. We got to give the boss 4 years to change this country and put it back in the right direction, because it was destroyed under Sleepy Joe and that auto pen.
Absolutely. Well, we are sad that you're leaving, but also very happy for you. So congratulations. I know it'll be,
This is Calgary, Alberta, Canada. At the units arrived, they were called, I'm not sure exactly what's going on here.
System. And we are here because, unfortunately, another pastor has been arrested by the Calgary police at the orders of the so-called justice system.
Rolling in heavy here at the Calgary Remand Center. Calgary police coming in here.
The pastor has been arrested for his unwillingness to. No. We're not talking to anyone. You want to talk to the police? Our experience with the police is that everything we say is always used against us. So we refuse to talk to the agents of the Crown that are lying and cheating and manufacturing things. So I'm going to continue.
Well, why don't they just cut that short?
And we are here because
Daisy Media. I'll see if there's any more information from them later on. Do we want to hear what this guy has to say? Governor Walz interrupts a reporter who is asking about fraud at today's budget forecast press conference. When did you first become aware of, growth in these, whatever?
And I think for all of, if we can put out everything on there. Yes, there's
come up in these forecasts before, some of the programs that were exploding, the housing program, the autism, that didn't raise any alarm.
These are new programs, a lot of them. Some happened ahead of time. And I think for all of us, there have been these incidents, whether it's in Medicaid, Medicare, whatever it would be. And as soon as they're brought forward, we address them. We have commissioners that deal with them in each of that. We have the professionals who deal with them in each of it. When we bring them forward and we believe it's happened, we refer them to the BCA, who then refers them for prosecution. I can tell you one thing is these are programs I care deeply about. These are programs, and I have a track record of doing this as being.
Is your attention focused on the sign language person more than on Walz too?
Very fiscally responsible and fiscally conservative. I can assure you that there is no one angrier about this than me, because I know what the Republican response is to cut these programs. Just cut them in their entirety, and then we won't have to worry about them. So rest assured, as soon as I find out about this, and if it were up.
Did he say rest assured?
As soon as I find out about this, and if it were up, rest assured, as soon as I find out about this.
Yeah, he said rest assured.
And if it were up to me, when we were talking about doubling penalties or whatever, fine by me. You put these people as long as you want. We'll be there to help.
Who's the worst governor in the country, guys? He's getting close to it. He used to be the Gretchen Whitmer, but so many good choices out there.
keep looking out for Minnesota.
For being the worst, anyway. This guy's starting to do some good things here.
Just to the Jewish community, I think that we fail to realize our connectivity. And when we talk about Israel, one of those EOs was dealing with BDS, the move to disinvest in Israel, to not have investments in our stock funds in Israeli companies. You know, I don't think people realize the innovation that's coming out of Israel, how it is helping the mother in Brownsville. The technology that Israel is creating is improving the life of a person who's dealing with an ailment in the Bronx. When you start stating, because of our political personalities, that we're not going to allow investment in places that are creating advancements in science and quality of life, and it's going to impact us on the ground, we have to stop believing that we are on an island. No, we are connected. And so I believe that we
Technically, you're on an island, but
need to stop this thought process that we're not going to, number one, invest in have Israeli in our bonds, making those investments, which are doing well, and it's helping pension funds. I have a pension, and I want the best investment, and politics should not get in the way of that. And I don't believe we should do anything that's going to stop the development of technology in Israeli companies. And so that's why I signed the executive order dealing with BDS and some spirituality and walking to a church, a synagogue.
I think later in this thing, he talks about saying that maybe the new mayor will kind of get rid of this executive order, but for now, he's going to have to sign an order to say that you can't invest in Israeli companies. You know, he's going to have to be on the book saying you're so upset with Israel that you're going to sign an executive order to not allow people to have a 401k related to the country. This lady here, Nico Oregon, was doing a nice job last night kind of cleaning up the stuff out there. Hopefully they do more of that stuff, that kind of stuff, kind of cleaning up the area there, you know, make it look a little bit nicer, even though the people around there seem to want it to look like crap. But this is kind of cool too. The Army, probably West Point area, they got their ranch assignments last night, and some people are really happy about it. But so that's kind of a cool thing there. And there's going to be a Sunday, December 7th, 1 to 2:30. The healthcare workers will be out there again protesting at ICE, you know, wearing their scrubs and white coats and all that stuff there. That might be a day I would go out there. 1 to 2:30. After church, maybe not. But anyway, that might be a nice time to go out there, depending on the weather, to see what they think about all the stuff that happened on those people's way up here the past 4 years and things like that. The things that happened to them on their way up here. Is that a good thing? I probably should have kept that, but anyway. Here's Portland, Oregon's homeless situation again. It was bad weather there the other day when he filmed this one, evidently. Kevin Dahlgren. Cold and rainy season nowadays in Oregon.
It's really nice and warm in here.
I haven't had the heater on for a while.
So you got the bed, the cat. I love that you have like a security camera. That's amazing. It's carpeted. How long you been here anyway?
About 7.5 years.
I mean, the way it feels outside, it's like 75 degrees in here right now, and it's snowing outside.
And I haven't had the heat on for quite a while, and it stays warm in here. It's like got layers of tarps for insulation. And then I got tarps suspended above it, so it never gets wet.
It's nice in here.
See, the homeless people can be pretty ingenious out there, and how they kind of set their operations up out there. It's interesting. Rebel did another interview here, 44 seconds the other day.
But not all of us are gonna hate on this girl's hair, hate on her lips, or any of that. It's literally mainly equality for all. That's why you look like that.
That's why you look like that. Was another person said that.
I look like what?
No, the blonde does not suit you.
The blonde?
The blonde does not suit you.
No.
Like the green lips?
It's black.
It does not look black.
It's black. It looks green. No, it's black. Chat. It's black.
It looked like it had a hint of green, though.
So I just got here. Why do you guys want to be kind of nasty to me? So you're being a little nasty to me. Is there a reason for that? Because I just got here. You don't know my character. You don't know my party. Maybe I feel like it's anyone that supports Trump. I automatically know your character.
Imagine somebody who says, if you support Trump, your character is bad. It's like that's the mentality of college students. Like, it's like it's junior high behavior, you know? Oh, if you like that person, then you're just as bad as that person. So I'm not going to want to hang out with you because you talk to that person during lunch. Like, what the heck? All gender restrooms. Haley, bathroom there. Like, what is this sign? Like, where am I? Am I in the Twilight Zone? Oh, I finished most of it already. That's good. That's good. Let's watch Paulina Luna here, and then we'll see what else is new in the news.
But you guys can't defend insider trading. So I would never consider, publicly naming both sides and members that are insider trading. But the American people can do that.
This conversation has been going on for quite some time.
I know, that's why I forced
Why
it.
do you think that there is just kind of hesitancy? If there is bipartisan support to address this, why do you think it hasn't gotten
Bipartisan
done?
support by the American people, 86% overwhelmingly support it, but there's bipartisan opposition to it internally because people are actually insider trading. What's interesting is the wealthier businessmen that came in that were self-made multimillionaires before getting elected are actually willing to potentially divest. They want to talk about potentially a way to do that. It's
There's Tim Burchett over her shoulder there.
the ones that are becoming multimillionaires after coming into Congress because of insider trading that are the ones that are vehemently opposed to it. So you guys will see on the stock trading, I highly recommend the American people look at people on both sides who are actually insider trading, and you'll see who's guilty of it. But I mean, we are...
Burchett says on the way by.
Look, the way that the press is covering this, a lot of members are uncomfortable coming out saying that they won't support it. So keep doing what you guys are doing.
Given the frustrations of the House right now, would you support new leadership next year?
Look, I am focusing right now on the crux of the issue right now in this country, and that's banning insider trading. The speaker, I just talked to him on the floor. He said that he's meeting with some holdouts to potentially have a resolution, maybe even getting legislation on the floor by the end of this year. So if that's the case, then happy Merry Christmas, America, from Rep. Luna's office.
If that doesn't happen, it's compromise. Is your petition going to be able to get to 218 this
So
year?
if there's a compromise on the legislation, I will withdraw my petition. If not, I'm going to continue what I'm doing, and I will publicly thank everyone who's signing on. We just had a few more members sign on today.
Oh, Byron Donalds is behind her doing an interview too.
So we'll continue to push forward with it. But again, the American people know it's wrong. There's bipartisan opposition. And the whole point of the reason I forced it is because they wouldn't even allow us to go and debate this in committee. They actually prevented members of Congress, Jai Paul, Chip Roy, myself, Tim Burchett, members that actually wanted to engage in the conversation. They actually prevented us. They told us that we wouldn't be able to offer amendments and that they were going to bring their own bill that would potentially still allow it to take place, which defeats the purpose of banning insider trading.
Why do you think they're getting so much pushback right now?
Because people are insider trading. It is not the members of Congress that are engaging in individual stock trades, or their wives that have never traded a stock in their life and all of a sudden are overnight stock trading sensations, are making on average 600% returns and outperforming the S&P. Do you think that's normal? Like literally 1 in 3 members of Congress are exposed to either big pharma or these massive corporations like BlackRock and Vanguard that are responsible for the housing crisis in this country. So yeah, it's the problem.
With your discharge petition, how frustrating is it? I mean, when you have to go to that length to get something on the floor and heard.
It's frustrating, but it's part of the job. And I always say that discharge petitions are a tool of every single member of Congress. It is not a tool of the minority. That is fake news. And I'm happy to be leading the charge on discharges. I think I'm 2 for 2 now.
Do you think that discharge petition is that you or is that
That's a hint for next week.
Do you think that healthcare might need to go through the discharge petition process?
I don't know. I think that the White House is currently working on something, but you know, I'm never going to say no.
Good job, Luna. Good job. Let's check to see if there's any new news out there that we're looking into here. I don't know where that was from. Interesting situation there. I'm not gonna worry about that one here. It's not news. That guy's scary to even put a video on there. No, I'm not gonna do it. Next order, the Supreme Court has just agreed to hear President Trump's case banning birthright citizenship in the United States. Let's go.
Citizenship. Joan. Supreme Court just this minute, Brianna, announced it's going to take up challenge to President Trump's order lifting birthright citizenship. You might remember on January 20th, his first day in office, he took his Sharpie pen and he said, this is a big one. And what he did was he tried to eliminate the automatic birthright citizenship that all Americans have had for more than a century. And what that does, it goes to the 14th Amendment of the Constitution that says all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States. That means that anyone who's born here, Brianna, automatically becomes a U.S. citizen. And what Donald Trump's executive order tried to do was say anyone who was born of someone who was not here lawfully or who was here on some sort of temporary status, that person's baby would not automatically be a citizen. It's a very, it's probably of all the Trump actions that have been taken to date.
You think it's the most controversial or something like that? Maybe so. We'll see what happens in the court there. My guess, I would hope it would pass, but my guess is it'll be 7-2, 6-3 against. Alito and Thomas will probably be on Trump's side on that one there, and maybe one other, but the other 6 will say, no, it's pretty clear in the 14th Amendment, blah, blah, blah. What state is this? Washington, I'm guessing.
And Superintendent Chris Rechtel, you said that Washington Public Schools must provide a safe and non-discriminatory environment for all students so that all students can thrive. Chris Rechtel, I need you to hear this clearly. We are not bragging with boys in our locker rooms or with boys in our sports. When you say all students, it seems you've forgotten that all includes biological girls as well.
No. You're not part of the special groups and things like that. You got to be part of the special groups to be considered the all.
And Superintendent Chris Rechtel.
2 hours ago, bombshell. Ilhan Omar is done. The rats are scattering, and most of them. Whistleblowers now confirm her campaign funneled a massive amount of money to her husband's firm, while Somali-linked networks in Minneapolis ran one of the. Interesting. What's going on here?
And COVID. Well, now investigators are tracking the web of fraud to other Minnesota Democrats, such as Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. Many of the suspects linked to the scheme live in her district, including a restaurant owner who hosted events for her. He has since been convicted of stealing $12 million in COVID funds. Well, now investigators are tracking the web of fraud.
Anything else I'm missing here, guys? You guys see any other news out there lately or anything like that? I'm salty about that situation there on that one there. Let's see what the 25 votes on that one there so far. Eggs, bacon, and toast is in the clear lead on that one there. Some of you guys are into omelets and other stuff. It's a 3-way tie for second. Wow. I wonder who's if anybody else votes, that'll break the tie over there for second place in that poll. Let's see what else. Texas. I don't care. Let's see if there's any other important news that I'm missing here in the past few hours here. Not really. NASDAQ, it's not 1 o'clock yet. 1 o'clock my time, 4 o'clock over there. Gerrymandering. And that's all they do. Oh, and Democrats complained about redistricting. Show them this. 36% Republicans, 0 seats. 42% Republicans, 0 seats. 46 I can't remember all these MEs or whatever. That state there, 0 seats. 46% Republican. New Mexico, 46 Republican, 0 seats. New Hampshire, 48% Republican, 0 seats. Rhode Island, 42% Republican, 0 seats, etc., etc. Hawaii, yeah, 38%. Sounds about right. Delaware, 42%, 0 seats. Tom Cotton.
To Admiral Mitch Bradley. He is a highly decorated career Navy SEAL. Admiral Bradley was totally justified in a decision he made. A decision, by the way, that was broadcast on multiple secure screens at the Pentagon in Fort Bragg, and that hundreds of people watched in real time with probably dozens of JAG lawyers. So what the Washington Post said last week was a complete lie. They owe an apology to Pete Hegseth, and especially they owe an apology to Admiral Mitch Bradley. He is a highly decorated career Navy SEAL. Admiral Bradley was totally just.
Anything else worth looking into here, guys and girls? Starbucks is still having their little situation there. Like nobody cares. Ben Bergram says, "Who cares if Starbucks is having a protest?" You know, with the workers out there. I don't know what that's about. I don't care what that's about. Oh, what about the Calgary thing? Daisy Media. That's what it was. Daisy Media, right? Let's see if there's anything new up in that situation that's going on up there. Daisy Media. What's new up there, buddy? November, 1 hour ago here. Garlic Farm property. No, not what I wanted. It's for the pastor thing that's going on up there. Pastors, that's happened the other day. Oh, it's not going to show anything newer than that one, huh? We just saw that one. Didn't we just see this one? This is 3 hours ago. That was from 4 hours ago.
And yet, we will still rise up. Because you little fools, agents of Satan, do not understand a simple thing. You cannot kill.
You're almost right now, Tam Tam? Okay, so if you didn't vote in that thing there, then that probably broke the tie there. No, it's still 16 for second place. It's still 16 for second place that I see there. So I wonder who's going to get second place before we end the stream. I got to have somebody break that tie. Somebody's got to break that tie, guys.
God, you cannot destroy faith. You cannot eliminate what is good and decent. There will always be good people. It doesn't matter how big is your regime. There will always be good people that will not put this filthy uniform on themselves, will not support the regime, but will actually protect children, protect what's good. Don't you get it? The Nazis said it. At the Nuremberg trial, we were just following orders. Why you cannot get it? That you have become evil agents.
No offense, but the guy on the right has a certain mustache that might be reflective of what the guy's talking about.
A regime that has no mercy, bureaucracy that has no heart. They will use you, they will spit you out like a filthy rag. You know why? Because traitor is not respected anywhere. Everyone hates Judas Iscariot. Everyone. Today you've got a badge and a pistol. You think your $80,000, $100,000 salary, it's worth selling your soul. But I'm looking into your face and I say, that's pathetic. To sell your conscience, to sell what's good and decent for a salary is the worst type of treachery. The worst type of treachery. To sell what's good for money, for a paycheck. Have zero respect for the uniform. Zero respect for the uniform. You have betrayed your profession. So the judges and the crown prosecutors and those devils there, the officers, so-called correctional officers. What are you correcting? In metal cages, tell me, you little devils, what are you correcting there? Keeping people in solitary confinement. What are you correcting there? You're turning them into animals. And then you release them hooked on drugs so they can come back to your enterprise. To you, it's a big fat business. You minions of Satan.
He wasn't holding back, was he? I'm not sure if it's the same pastor that was arrested back in the COVID days. Looks sort of like him. Plowski, I think his name was, but I'm not sure if that's the same guy quite there. But Calgary is cold over there. Anyway, guys, let's do one more thing here. Gonna play some music here for you. There's a Christian persecution. It was Pulaski. Arthur Pulaski describes the persecution faced by Christians standing on their religious values. For standards. Yep, he knows all about that stuff. Yep. Anyway, let's see what's going on. You still haven't broken the tie, guys. Who's gonna break that tie, or have you? No, still. Oh no, somebody did break the tie. Omelets. Omelets are the second place winner. Eggs, bacon, and toast are the official winner, but at least we got sort of an official second place winner is the omelets. Okay, good job. And let's play this song here before we go. Here's the. I don't ask for money or anything like that, and I don't grift. But the song it might be about grifting or something like that. But I'm not a grifter type person. But here's the song about grifting here, called "King of the Grift."
There, sometimes a day,
Mr. Bill walks with a saintly smile, but his pockets jingle louder than a marching mile. Hands folded tight, like he's praying for the poor, but his eyes scan the room for a little bit more. Whispers in the dark, coins clinking like a spark.
Remember, Bill Tifa wrote this, not me. This is not my song. It's my neighbor wrote this song. He paid me to play it. No, just kidding.
The humble king plays his part. King of the grip, crowning the lies. He climbs to the top, on the backs of cries. Oh, king of the grip, with the fists so tight. He hides in the shadows, afraid of the light. He speaks so soft, like a hymn on the wind, but the gold in his veins betrays his sin. A throne of illusion built brick by brick. He bows to the crowd, but his heart's a trick. The bells toll deep, secrets never sleep. The walls will never keep. King of the grip, crowning the lies. He climbs to the top, on the backs of cries. Oh, king of the grip, with the fists so tight. He hides in the shadows, afraid of the light. King of the light. Speaks so soft, like a hymn on the wind, but the gold in his veins betrays his sin. A throne of illusion built brick by brick. He bows to the crowd, but his heart's a trick. The bells toll deep, secrets never sleep. The walls will never keep. King of the crypt, crowning lies. He climbs to the top, on the backs of cries. Oh, king of the crypt, with the fists so tight. He hides in the shadows, afraid of the light.
That was a pretty good song there, wasn't it, guys? Hopefully you liked that one there. Let me see if I can find you somebody to hang out with here. If you're done hanging out with me here, See if there's anybody else worth watching. Oh, I do have somebody that I want you to go see here. Let me hook you up here if you guys don't mind. His name is EOD696. We're trying to get him to get to monetization. He's got over 400. He's heading to 500 subscribers over there on EOD696. So you guys don't mind doing me a small little favor, and I raid you over there to his channel there. Just give him a quick subscribe and a hello. And don't unsubscribe. I see 1 or 2 people unsubscribe from me recently. I don't know if that was just bots or something like that. So, but anyway, let's check and see if we can get you over there. Pressing a few more buttons here. We'll come on later today to do some more new. I'll do a reaction stream later today. So we'll react to James Klug videos or something like that. That's always a fun thing to do. But for now, I'm going to send you over to my buddy EOD696 here in a second. Edit that one. Come up with a better title too, maybe to later today too. I still like the Mr. Bill Curbs though. Do you like that title? Should I do this Mr. Bill Curb stream or Mr. Bill's Curbs stream? Mr. Bill's Curbs, I think is better. There he is. Check out EOD. What's he talking about? There are 4 lights. Oh, I don't know what it's about. Maybe he's talking about Star Trek or something like that. But he usually, he usually has a little panel, different people he's talking, things like that. Tell him that he needs to get his hair color changed. Also, he has red hair, but he needs to change his hair color to something different. Okay. Aside from that, we're gonna say goodbye for now and send you guys over to EOD696. Thank you guys and girls.